Welcome to another episode of the Group Parlay podcast with myself, Andy Simo, Kevin Soy, and Nick Strom. Another hit yesterday. Woo! 4 out of our last 7. I got to share a little story with you guys. I got a text from one of our friends. We'll just call him Chungus. And we were down like 8 units. Like we were having a bad month. And he goes, "How's the pod going? Ha ha." Like, all right, man. We hit that day, we hit the next day, we hit the 2 days after that, and then we hit yesterday, all to go back even. So Chungus, I know you're a dear follower of the pod. Thank you for that, but you can suck it.
The man just doesn't trust the process.
He doesn't even take the bets. He just likes following us. But we love the haters, but he's also a follower. So had to share that with you guys. Kev, let's hear a recap.
Boy, that was a fun one. That was a fun hit. Friday night, we got some close games. So we had the Devils money line goes into OT game. They ended up. I went and watched the highlights after. So I couldn't watch that game. It was great.
I love overtime hockey. Gambling on overtime hockey is just the best.
Beautiful. And then we had Euron Alvarez. Strom went back to back hitting that with he had 2 hits, I believe, so I hit. And then Phillies over 4.5 was looking scary for a minute. Low scoring game to start, and they snuck by. They got 5 runs. They barely hit that. So it was a tight one. Cashed with 431, 478 with the boost. 4 hits in 7 days. We are now just about even. We're literally down 0.06 units. Call it even. And we are up 3 units with the boost. So we're back.
So back. It's a grind, that's for sure.
It's a new month. It's basically a new month. We got 10 days to go positive.
Back to the game. Yeah. This is a big week. Big weekend.
All right. Let's get into the picks. So minus 150 or longer. College football today, baby. Let's get it. Strom. We know what you're going with.
Oh yeah,
the world knows what you're going with.
Oh yeah, I'm going back to my my safety net. I'm going Rutgers -4. I'm going to ride Rutgers until they do me dirty. Rutgers, they have a great defense. They force turnovers, and Indiana is trash. They have 2 quarterbacks. They don't know who's starting. They both suck. And they both played terrible against Michigan last week. I get it was Michigan, but it doesn't matter. Rutgers covers. Rutgers has a great defense. Indiana blows. Easy pick. That's what I'm going with.
You're hot. You hit your last 6, so they've all been props, but
hey,
you're hot.
Props. Hey, win's a win.
All right, Kev, what do you got?
All right, I'm going Penn State, Ohio State, game of the day here, 11 a.m., under 47.5. Penn State's defense is elite. It's probably the best in the country. They've the second most yards per game and number 1 efficiency per game, however they rate that. But they have NFL talent over the field, whereas their offense has not been great. Hasn't put up big numbers against very mediocre teams. They have trouble getting the ball down the field. They're really run heavy. They don't have any big passing game. They don't try to go for bombs or anything. So great. They're a great team for the under. Ohio State on the other side, similar, good defense. They've had trouble running the ball, scoring in the end zone. Ohio State unders are actually 5-1 this year, and Penn State's are 3-3. Penn State's are only 3-3 because they've put up some big numbers against some really trash teams. Their unders should be 6-0 if they played good teams. So these are both their teams that's built for it. There's no way this is a shootout. They're both run heavy. It's Big Ten football. I mean, it's not like the SEC game here, so it's going to be grind and on game.
Yeah, Big Ten. You nailed it. That's exactly what I expect out of them. So
watch this be a Pac-12 game. Just a shootout.
Don't say that. Don't say
sorry.
that. I'm taking the shootout, and I'm taking the shootout today. We're terrible at overs, so I'm not taking an over. I'm taking a pseudo over. We're going Oklahoma over 5.5 touchdowns. Oklahoma's offense is one of the best in football. I was looking at the yardages for both these teams because they're playing UCF. UCF actually averages more yards than Oklahoma in a game. They're very run heavy, but they average almost 9 yards a carry per rush, which is insane. And UCF is just getting their star quarterback back today. I guess he was out for 3 games. Oklahoma can put up 60 at any time. So I think the combination of 2 high-scoring offenses, 2 bad defenses, and UCF having the ability to keep this relatively close within 2 scores, Oklahoma is going to keep putting up points on this one. Plus, we have to take something that's not an under or freaking Big Ten, grind it out, 10-7 win.
Hey, we're Big Ten country,
I like
baby.
the bets. I like it. Points are fun.
This also has the highest over on the board. The over is set at 67.5. So, I mean, if the over is going to hit, if they're going to cover their spread, they have to score 6 touchdowns. They have to. We don't need the spread. We don't need the over. We just need 6 touchdowns.
That's a lot of touchdowns. It's 42.
Oklahoma's put up over 50 like 3 times.
That's a lot of points.
It'll be crucial that they get touchdowns almost every time they're down the field.
Yeah.
They have to score.
Also, another cool storyline, Oklahoma's quarterback, Dan Gabriel, he was UCF's quarterback last year. So going against his former team.
I like that.
They know his tendencies. Pound the under.
I'm not taking the over. I'm just taking 6 touchdowns. All right.
We have all 3 games at 11 a.m. here.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Hey,
Awesome.
that's great. Nobody can fuck it up.
That's true. That's true.
I hate going first and it's over.
Yeah. All right. Let's recap our picks. So we got Rutgers -4, -143. Oklahoma over 5.5 touchdowns at -140, and under 47.5 on the Penn State Ohio State game. Comes out to +386. There's a boost on DraftKings for 20%, makes it +464. Let's get it. Let's hit it. And then we have some buffer, and we're going to hit tomorrow too. And it's just going to be a grand old month.
Love it.
Let's go up 16 units again. Who says no?
Who says no?
Who says no?
Chungus says no.
Chungus says no. All right, let's get it. Let's watch some football.